Hey everyone, Mary Pittman here from Fitness Alliance International, and welcome back to Gimme 10, where we are finishing off our 10 training principles. Now, this one is another multi-banger. We are going to bring into the fray a couple of the other principles, because as I said in the last couple of videos, none of them are a rule unto themselves. Each one builds on a bunch of others, and each one works from a bunch of others. So today we are focusing on hypertrophy or hypertrophy, depending on who teaches you, where you come from, and what school of learning you're at. So basically hypertrophy, which is how I say it, is an increase in the volume. This is a dictionary definition, not my definition, so I'm going to read a little bit of it. So it's an increase in the volume of an organ or tissue. Okay, so it's the size of the organ. So it is not just an increase in the number of cells in the tissue or organ, it's actually the size. So it's growing, it's getting bigger. So for example, left ventricular hypertrophy. So the left ventricle is part of the heart, and by the left ventricle getting more muscle tissue, it is able to pump blood more efficiently through the body. So in order to, for example, make your left ventricle stronger, more cardio workouts, more HIIT training, all that kind of thing can be beneficial. So you want to make your muscles hypertrophy, and that's basically what training does in general. So the next principle that we're going to bring in as part of hypertrophy is progressive overload. So you can't just go to the gym once, do a bunch of bicep curls and expect to be huge the next day. You might be sore, but you won't be huge. And you probably won't have that definition that you're actually looking for. So progressive overload is a principle which we'll go into in a bit more detail in a couple of episodes. But just to scratch on it here today, it's going over time, using that progression. So going multiple times to the gym every week, or training several times a week in order for your muscles to adapt. So going into that adaptation principle we talked about a couple of episodes ago, and get stronger, get bigger, and get better at managing the stimuli that you're forwarding to it. So just to, I guess, round off for today. So our hypertrophy, increase in volume, so getting bigger. So yeah, going to the gym, getting huge. Possibly not getting shredded just yet, but getting huge. It's basically the growth in mass, so the actual size, and an increase in the cross-sectional area. So if you were to cut the muscle down across through the belly of the muscle, for example, you would actually have more muscle there. Okay, and hypertrophy also increases the efficiency, as I explained with the heart example, and the effectiveness of the muscles. So the strength and the ability of the muscles of the skeletal muscles in particular, to create muscle pull on the bones and strengthen the bones at the same time. So that's a whole nother lesson. And today was hypertrophy. I'm Mary Pittman from Fitness Alliance International, and this is Gimme 10. We'll see you next time.